Okay, so we're going to look at the derivatives of the inverse trig functions. You got to make sure you know these. And there is a pattern left and right. So if you look at the derivative of the arc sine, okay, the derivative of that is u prime over the square root of 1 minus u squared. Okay, we're just basically giving you these. I will do one derivation later. I'll do this one in class next time. Okay, but if you look at the arc sine, what's the difference between the arc sine and the arc cosine? It's the fact that it's negative. Okay? Arc tangent of u, and by the way, these are differentiated implicitly. This is u prime over 1 plus u squared. Okay? Arc cotangent's the same, but it's negative. And then the arc secant of u, it's u prime over the absolute value of u times the square root of u squared minus 1. It's kind of a mouthful, but arc secant's just the opposite of it. I'm sorry, that should be the arc cosecant. Okay? All right. So we're going to go down and just plug and chug these. I did have to make a change on this one. All right. So in this case, if you look at this, u is equal to the argument, which is x squared minus 1. So since it's an arc tangent, on the bottom is going to be 1 plus x squared minus 1 squared. And then what is the derivative of this? Is 2x. So that is your derivative. It's right there. Okay? So it's basically plug and chug. All right, number 2, the argument here, if you remember, is really x to the 2/5. Okay? So that's what u is. So the arc sine is u prime is on the top. I always like to do the bottom first. So it's the square root of 1 minus, and when I square this, I get x to the 4/5. Okay? And then when I differentiate this up top, I get 2/5 x to the negative 3/5. So if I simplify this, I'm going to have 2 up top. I'll have a 5 on the bottom. I move this to the bottom. Times the square root of 1 minus x to the 4/5. Now that was kind of ugly. I mean, that's not a common one you're going to see, but I at least wanted to show you the mechanics of it. Is it's really just using the formula 1 minus u squared on the bottom, square root of that, and then it's u prime on top. Okay, so if you look at this one, u is equal to 3x squared, and we're going to do the arc secant, which is here. Okay, so this is equal to, on the bottom, I get the absolute value of 3x squared, which really, in this case, you don't need the absolute value because that's always what? Positive. Bottom, I get the square root of 9x to the 4th minus 1. And then up top, what's the derivative of that? Is just 6x. Okay? All right. I'm not going to simplify because we got a little bit with absolute value there, so you got to be careful. All right. So here is f of x is equal to this function. So now I'm going to go take its derivative. Well, u is equal to 2x squared minus 1. So f prime, since it's arc sine, is the square root of 1 minus u squared on the bottom. It's u prime up top. I guess I could have plugged that in. So it's the square root of 1 minus 2x squared minus 1 squared, and then what's on the top is 4x. You know, you could simplify this. There are some things that cancel, but it certainly is not very nice to simplify it. So that's really all these are. If you figure out what it is, and you apply what the derivative is. Okay? All right. Have a nice day. This is the third one. Thank you. Bye.